Welcome on Professional Movie Reviews. We got free Ant-Man t-shirts.
Swag.
We're covering up the actual theater we got it from.
Because fuck the theater.
This is Mark's belly.
This is
Billy's belly.
It's petite. Hello, the internet.
I'm a middle stretch.
Middle stretch.
Hello, the internet.
Hello, the internet.
This is Mark. And this is Billy.
I'm Billy.
And this is our matching Ant-Man shirts.
What's
What's up? We're that cool. We are so cool. Speaking of Ant-Man, this movie we did. What went and saw. This movie we're doing right now.
Yeah.
We just went and saw Ant-Man.
Not even on opening night.
Not even on opening night. They didn't even know that. But it's cool. No, I don't think we would have got the free shirts. So
Yeah,
happy
right.
accident. Happy accident.
Appreciate it.
Anyways, I've had a lot to drink, but that's not how this works. The way this works is like and subscribe.
First of all,
like and subscribe. Share this. Check out our other videos. We do True Detective reviews they come out every Monday or Tuesday. And we did all the last season of Game of Thrones. And we do a lot of movies. Name a movie that we've done.
The Gallows.
Yeah. Oh, God, that was bad. Bring that shit up. Okay, no, it was really bad. I gave it a really low score. Okay, and what else? The way this works is we're going to say our positives, and then we're going to drop our notebooks,
And then we're going to give our negatives.
and then we're going to say our negatives
And we give a custom tailorized review.
between 1 and 10.
Yeah. Rating is the word I was looking for.
Rating.
Custom tailorized rating.
There you go. I always say review.
Yeah.
So you say it wrong? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Let's start this off with positives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You go first.
Wait. Quick synopsis. This is a heist film by, which is one of my positives, by Marvel. Ant-Man, one of the original Avengers in the comics. They finally bring him in. Everyone's like, can't believe they're doing Ant-Man. I'm like, can't believe they waited this long.
Yeah, right?
He's a really mainstay in the comics. He's a really big deal in the comics. So it's cool that they did it. Anyways, it's about a thief getting turned into a superhero to steal something for a older superhero.
Yeah.
That's about it. All right. So positives. Good. Pretty good.
Paul Rudd.
Paul
is a
Rudd's
big
good.
Positive.
I think performances most.
Pretty solid.
Pretty solid.
Pretty solid. There's some stuff that we'll get into the negatives too, but the performances at large were good. Didn't much care for the gentleman playing Cross.
I'm getting on names.
Wait.
We should have did this first. But yeah, we'll get back to him as soon as I find out the name.
Sure.
But I'm gonna state right away, my favorite performance of the entire movie was Michael Pena, and he is definitely my fucking biggest positive of this movie is Michael Pena's performance. You are awesome in this. And yeah, so every one of his lines, I was giggling like a little girl.
You got that goddamn closing shot of the movie.
Oh yeah, and it's great. It's just like that. Like, oh my god, he figured his character out, and I actually got a little bit behind the scenes. I watched an interview with him, and he said he based off of a criminal character he knew when he was growing up, who we always saw on a bus, who was just a really nice guy, but he was always such a drug dealer. and that was great that he got inspiration, because you can tell he's based off a real guy, because this is a full character. And that's what this movie did a good job of. Yeah, we're going to get on the negative.
Fleshed out characters.
Most of the characters are all the way thought up.
Yeah.
Most of them are really round characters. Mm-hmm. Corey Stahl was Darren Cross.
Okay.
But we can talk about him in the negatives.
Sure.
We both
yeah. Another big positive, the other Marvel references.
The tie-ins.
They were
good.
jokes, but at least they were there.
Yeah.
That's one thing you didn't get, especially like 5 years ago. You didn't get that from Marvel movies. Now they tie in. They're all tying in. It's great.
And it's a lot. This one we didn't think was going to tie in that much. Because it didn't feel like it had a place. It didn't really feel like it fit into these movies. If this one ties in fucking more than most.
Yeah.
Even like the second Captain America movie, which is actually probably one of my favorite Marvel movies. What do you get for a tie into the rest of the Marvel universe? Iron Man will do a flyby at that birthday party. That's it. You get these little tiny one-liners. No, you actually... This kind of fits with a lot of stuff, and what I'm speculating with Civil War, this is going to fit in even more.
Yeah.
I don't really want to get into it. I'll say just something.
Well, if you know the comics,
if you know the comics, yeah. But in the trailers, you see the Darren Cross, the villain's like, imagine a soldier the size of a bullet. Okay, so now fast forward to Civil War, them trying to weaponize that power, possibly. I totally think something like that can fly into Civil War. With them.
Pun intended.
Yeah, pun intended. Okay, anyways, I don't want to get into to shit like that nerdy of stuff. We're doing a movie review.
Yeah.
Other than performances...
Edgar Ross visual gags.
Oh, yeah.
Edgar Wright visual gags.
Well, Edgar Wright did direct this. But...
No, but he had a huge hand in it, though.
Until they took the movie away from him.
He was still credited for
for writing.
For his contributions.
Yes.
He wrote in those visual gags.
Peyton Reed directed this. And yeah, if you guys don't know the story, Wright was they had creative difficulties, he left, but I still believe that a lot of the overall plot was
I think a lot of the sight gags and special effect gags were Edgar Wright, because they fit in perfectly with his other work.
No, okay. No, you might be
Especially
right. I don't know.
Pilgrim.
It's hard to say.
I don't know. I see it.
No, I can see how you see it.
If you see it.
One more quick on the performances. Bobby Cannavale plays a character named Paxton, who's the wife's or ex-wife of his stepdad. Now, there's a thing about stepdads; they're usually assholes. Mm-hmm. And there's a thing about the first 5 minutes of this. He's an asshole. But I want to get back in with the round, fleshed-out characters. He actually, I think, sold some of the scenes he was in. I feel like he was a hero of his own story. Like, if you took Ant-Man and pushed him off to the side and followed this character, it would just be just as heroic as this. And that's cool that they did that. Yeah. I just wanted to throw that out there.
I think that a lot of the questions I had about the movie, or a lot of the why'd they do that moments, or like what aren't they noticing that, were answered.
Yeah.
There were a lot of moments where I was looking at like, why is that even there?
Yeah.
There's like a trap at one point in the security system that he's breaking through. I'm like, why is that even there? It's answered. It's totally explained for you. So
in a very easy way.
A lot of the complaints I had were solved by the movie itself before it was over, and I didn't see it coming. So, good stuff there.
Also, really funny Easter egg comments.
Yeah.
Like Darren Cross is trying to sell his new Ant-Man-y type suit to somebody, and he goes, "It's like a Tales to Astonish," which is the first comic that Ant-Man was ever in. I thought that was brilliant. Just that little Easter egg. There's a lot. This is full of really cute stuff. It's really funny, too. I laughed a lot in this movie.
Yeah, this
is a really funny movie.
You wouldn't expect... I mean, like, originally Judd Apatow was attached in some fashion.
As a writer, I believe.
Yeah. And it had Paul Rudd. So
Paul Rudd's on the writing credit.
Too.
Same with Peyton Reed, who's done a lot of comedies also. Yeah. We knew this. I thought this was going to be a yuck comedy. Yeah. No, it isn't. It's not.
Well, I even told you, I thought it was going to be like... The trailer made it look like it was a parody of an Ant-Man movie that would be featured in another movie as a joke. And it had moments that
kind
were
of
like that.
But it pulls it off.
Yeah, well, there were moments. We'll get into negatives, actually.
Yep. Okay.
But that's a smooth segue. We'll go to negatives.
Yeah, I'm down for negatives.
My biggest negative is that it did have those moments in it where it seemed more like a parody of a Marvel movie than an actual Marvel movie. But there were moments. Not the movie as a whole.
No.
The movie as a whole was largely good. Probably my other biggest negative about the movie is that I did not give one solitary shit about his daughter. Didn't even care. I cared more about the ants than I did about the daughter, especially Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony.
I cared more about Cross. There's only one character I cared less about than the daughter, and that's the mother. Didn't give a shit about her either.
I love Judy Greer, though.
No, I do too, and that's the only saving grace that character had, is that she was played by Judy Greer.
And she was played well, but she was written as a boring, don't really give two shits about
why did you pay child support, even though I live in this, like, $250,000
and you're an ex-con, you don't have any money, but apparently I'm struggling.
Even though my new husband has this beautiful house, and he provides for us just fine. But pay your child support because it's your duty as a man.
Yeah. Alright. I'm not going to get into that, but no, total. My biggest problem, which is actually my problem in a lot of standalone Marvel movies, villain.
Yeah.
No villain.
Is a
The
very,
villain is
villain.
Yeah, no, and I actually think he was acted. I think Horace Stoll did a good enough job, but it fell into that same.
It wasn't his fault.
I still don't think
Necessarily.
it's his fault, which goes with a lot of the actors who play villains. Like, I love the dude who played Ronan in Guardians of the Galaxy. Worst part of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I agreed.
One note villain.
Yeah.
Let's go. Do you remember the name of the villain in Thor: Dark World?
He was the elf guy. I don't know his name.
Exactly, Malakath. And I only know that from the fucking comics. So this isn't the first time Marvel drops the ball on the villain. And Darren Cross picked it up as much as he could. I really do think that his acting, I thought, was good. He made me chuckle. He actually made me laugh a little bit, and I thought some of
the
it was cool.
justifications for him becoming a villain were sloppy.
Yeah.
He's being corrupted by his own particle that he invented.
Which they didn't really speak on at all.
No, they just
Except
kind of...
for that one fucking sentence.
There's a part where Hank Pym says that, like, the chemical, the thing he's working on is unstable, and he was unstable enough already. And then at the end, his daughter says, like, the particle is altering your brain chemistry. You're not like this. And then it looks like he's showing remorse, and he's like, wait, I want to do it myself.
Yeah.
That's spoilers, so I'm not going to explain what that means.
Yeah, but anyways, it was sloppy, is what we're getting
yes.
at. His writing is sloppy.
Which brings me to my next point, the exposition in this movie. I hated the exposition so much. Oh, you mean he's like a big deal?
Sorry, it's not as bad as narration. There could have been a lot worse exposition.
It definitely could have been worse, but it wasn't good.
No, it wasn't good, but it didn't take me out of the movie.
One exposition, back to positives real quick. Michael Pena's thing, where he talks and it
awesome!
sets up perfectly with the flashback.
Awesome!
That's
Michael Pena's
great.
character is
Great.
pretty much playing a nerd like me, but a criminal one. But he likes to tell a lot of stories, a lot of detail, like
And there's a
I
lot
do,
of
which pisses my
flashbacks.
friends off. But what they do is they do all the actors, but with Michael Pena's voice. Fucking brilliant!
Good, really, really good.
Brilliant!
It was really
That
funny.
is how I picture every single story in my mind whenever I tell them.
Oh, another big negative that I want to mention before I forget about it. How they're able to accurately shoot, even somewhat, at a guy who's this big. Or this big, or this big. The ratios change a lot, which is weird.
Well, I'm not that.
They make it
That's
sound.
spoilers.
They make it sound like he can only go like full size or this big, full size or this big. They don't really touch on the whole scaling thing.
Which I'm glad they didn't, because shit gets confusing.
Right, but in the comics he could though.
I know, but I'm actually kind of glad they didn't. Because you know
just
what
made
would have
the
happened
ratios
if they did
inconsistent.
go to two different? They would ask why he's not giant.
Right.
And that's it. And I'm glad they didn't touch on Giant Man. That's shit for the sequel.
Mm.
I got a lot of negatives that I'm going to roll down into one. There's a lot of plot holes that are spoily that pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
There's
There's a lot of things that got to me, actually. At least 4 or 5 that I'm not going to bring up because they're negatives. But I'm like, that wouldn't have happened. You know, and that's it. That shit was pissing me off.
They show a flashback scene where they show the Wasp. Not to spoil anything. I mean, obviously they would show the Wasp. She's married to Hank Pym.
Was. Yep.
But anyway, so they show the suit that she wore. I hated it.
It was Ant-Man on wings.
Yeah, it was too matchy.
Yeah, it was
It
Ant-Man
was Miss
on
Ant-Man.
But, you know what? I'm going to defend it. Golden Age, Silver Age comics.
they were
Supergirl looked just like Superman. Like, they always
That's DC,
did that.
though.
No, that's Silver Age comics in general. People always did that back in the day. Maybe not so
wrong.
much Marvel,
You're not
but
wrong.
no, I think that's why they did that. It's because a lot of Silver Age comics. Anyways,
I think they just did it because it was convenient.
yeah. Or because they didn't want to show the actress who was playing Wasp's face, because they didn't.
Yeah.
Alright, you cool for
Yeah,
reviews?
I'll go first.
But I'm going to say overall, really liked it. Enough negatives not to make this as good as Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm going to state that right now. I don't like this as much as Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not sure if I like this more than Winter Soldier, which was really good, but I definitely did like this movie.
Well, I will go first. I gave this movie 7 out of 10 characters I cared more about than the little girl.
Okay, I'm giving this, flip the page, 7.5 out of 10 Baskin Robbins. You'll get it in the movie.
God,
You'll
they
get it.
always know.
Yeah, I
They
know.
always find out.
Baskin Robbins always finds out, man. Anyways, I want a shirt that says Baskin Robbins. So somebody will make it. Somebody make it. All right. We didn't run way over, but we did run a little long. Like and subscribe. Do it again. It doesn't take a lot to click like. If you do comment a lot and I don't reply to them, sorry, it's because I'm not that clever all the time and I can't get to everyone. But if I can, I'll comment. Somebody asked me why I don't reply to their comments. I said, sorry, I never have anything to say.
Tell us what you thought about Ant-Man.
Yeah, but tell me, like, boom, what you thought, and I will say, me too, or really, or whatever. Comment, it would be awesome. We'll talk, we'll have a chat. Anything else before I say the most important part?
Dragon Ball Z's coming out.
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Z's coming out, and we're getting a review on that. We're seeing that August 4th, so you'll get the shaking the world.
I can't. It's Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, so you'll get that either the 4th or the 5th, or hopefully not the 6th. Also, I'll be doing a review for whenever it gets mailed in. John Schnepp's movie, Death of Superman Lives, What Happens. There's a lot of more reviews coming out. Anything else?